Hey, so what's up? I am making this video as a reply to Boogie 2988's video, What's Wrong with GameStop? First, let me say I definitely agree that a lot of GameStop practices are unacceptable, and that what they do is a lot of what they do is pretty sleazy. But the first point you made was when you purchase a brand new game, whether it be a Best Buy or anyone else, the publisher gets the majority of the money. And then sometimes when you go to buy a brand new game, GameStop will say, "Hey, we have that used." Um, I'm sure that happens. In the 10 years that I've gone to GameStop, I've never had them say, "Hey, we have that game, that new game, we have it used. You want to buy it used instead?" They've always just let me buy the new game. But for a game to be used, it has to have been purchased new at one point and then brought back to the store and traded in. I don't know how many times people want the publisher to make money off of one game. I have an iPhone 5 right here, iPhone 5 that I purchased from Apple. I paid, I don't know, $400 or $500 for this phone. When it's time for me to upgrade, which will be whenever the next phone comes out, if I take this phone and I sell it, Apple's not going to get a penny from that sale. They're not going to make any money. I'll sell it on eBay, or if I don't want to go through the hassle of selling on eBay and dealing with who knows whoever's buying it, they could be an idiot, I'll just trade it in at GameStop or whoever else will give me enough that I want for it. So I really don't get the point of saying that the publisher won't get any more money, because when I buy a computer and I use it and then I sell it to somebody, they're not getting that. The manufacturer is not getting money for that sale either. So it's never happening with used product. The manufacturer is not going to get money. They're going to get money the first time they sell it, and usually they make their money within the first couple days of a game coming out. First couple days to a week or two of the game coming out. Now, I do agree that GameStop has some sleazy practices. Right now, the game Tomb Raider on either PlayStation or Xbox. Brand new is $49.99. Used, $45.99. If you trade in your copy, you get $17. They're gonna make about $28 from that. And yeah, the publisher's not going to make any money, but it's a used copy that was turned in, that was already purchased. So why should they make money from it? The second point that you were making was pre-orders. I don't agree a lot with pre-orders as well. I think that does ruin a lot of the game and does screw people. But when I have been able to purchase from the publisher, they have done exactly the same thing that you can get at Best Buy, GameStop, Amazon, Walmart, any of the companies that you're able to pre-order at. I purchased this game, WWE 13. I purchased this directly from THQ. Okay? And by purchasing it from THQ, I got the Stone Cold version. So it has a Stone Cold cover. And inside, oh look, codes to get Mike Tyson and a special Stone Cold Steve Austin ATV entrance, along with an autographed card by Stone Cold himself. So here it is from the publisher. By pre-ordering this copy, this version, I paid a little bit more, and I got this stuff. Now, when you pre-order at Best Buy, GameStop, Walmart, Amazon, you don't pay extra. You don't pay extra, and you get whatever special item they're offering. So even the publisher offers a special item. Pre-ordering, it has its good and it has its bad. The good is it can stop the scumbags who would go in, camp out and buy a bunch of copies, who would bring a ton of people with them so they could each get a couple copies and then throw them up onto eBay. And now it's now instead of paying $60 for the game, you're paying $140 for the game because it's sold out. That was a problem with systems. And for pre-ordering with systems, I'm glad that they have pre-ordering of systems, because when a new system comes out, I'm able to pre-order it, and I'm able to get it at the correct price. Also, with the pre-ordering, a lot of times it doesn't force a company to push a game out. I really haven't seen that much. And a good example of that is GTA 5, because that was supposed to come out and it got delayed, and that has massive amount of pre-orders, and it got delayed because it wasn't ready to come out. They had a lot of stuff that they still needed to fix in the game, a lot of bugs, and so they didn't put it out, and that has, again, a massive amount of pre-orders. I speak to one of the guys that works at Best Buy, and I know a guy that works at GameStop that I speak to on a regular basis, that we're friends, and both of them have told me that they have had hundreds of pre-orders. So that's not affecting this game coming out too early, because they've pushed it back, and they pushed it back by quite a bit. They pushed it back by months. I believe that game was supposed to come out either May or June, and now we're probably looking at October or November for the release of that game. So, a lot of times pre-orders don't really affect the quality of a game, and I haven't seen that much. Very soon, we'll have the PS4 and the Xbox One coming out, and you'll be able to pre-order those, so that way you can get yours. Make sure you get it. You don't have to wait in line like back in the day. I remember when PS3 came out, people were lined up. They were paying homeless people to wait in line for them. I watched it because I live in the Bay Area, and I watched it happen live at the Sony store down at the Metreon in San Francisco. Now, of course, you're still going to get the idiots that are going to pre-order a couple of machines and then try to sell them on eBay for 3-4 times the price. And you're going to get stupid people who didn't pre-order their machine that want to get it at the release time. I understand people who are going to wait. You shouldn't pre-order it. If you want to wait whatever amount of time after it comes out, and you don't want it right away, that's fine. But the idiots who don't pre-order and want it when it comes out, and are willing to pay 2 to 3 times the price on eBay because they didn't want to go to one of those outlets and pre-order it, GameStop, Best Buy, Amazon, Walmart, wherever they can get it from. I think you can actually get it from Sony itself and from Microsoft himself. I think you can buy it from there. So there's good and there's bad. But, most of the time I agree with everything you say, Boogie. But in this case, I think you missed some of these things and just gave GameStop a huge negative. I go to GameStop and I purchase games, or I'll get a game. I'll have it for a year or so, and then I'll lend it out to somebody, whether it's family or friend, and they have it for maybe even a year, up to a year. And then I'll get the game back, and I'll take that game after it's 2 years old, and I'll trade it in. Because to take a game that's 2 years old and try to sell it on eBay, by the time I pay the listing fee, the final value fee, by the time I pay for postage and packing material, and my time of going to the post office to drop it off, my gas and my time, I'm losing money. I'm not making a single penny. There was a couple games I recently traded into GameStop. It was a total of 9 games. Some of those games on eBay were selling, buy it now, $4. I don't know how those people are making money. They must be making money because they're selling a bulk amount of stuff, and those little items don't affect them that much. But $4 seems ridiculous. I mean, it's going to cost you $2 just to ship it, plus the material and everything like that. You're making nothing. So I would have made nothing. I got $10 at GameStop in trade. So in those 9 or 10 games that I brought in yesterday, because of whatever special deal they had going on, because I'm a Power Up member or whatever the heck it's called, I ended up getting $100 in trade for like 9 or 10 games. And I ended up using that to buy an iTunes a gift card to put on my account so I can rent or buy movies and with my Apple TV or buy music. So there's definitely a lot of good about GameStop, and I think that should be brought out instead of just the negative about a company. And we'll see what happens with the systems coming out, and if they're going to be able to play used games. If they can't play used games, or if you have to pay, that that could kill GameStop, and that could be thousands of jobs lost by doing that. It also will destroy a company called GameFly. That's how they make their money, by renting games. So those would be, I'm sure those would be affected, because you wouldn't be able to register it to one system. So that's a problem. And the other issue that nobody seems to talk about is in these systems that backwards compatibility is gone, which is ridiculous. I have a ton of PlayStation 3 games that I love that I don't want to go without. And I have them. And now my whole thing is, well, when the PS4 comes out, sure, I'll get one. Right now I have two PS3s for various rooms, and I'm gonna have to keep a PS3 because I have those games that I love to play, like Red Dead Redemption, Ghostbusters. I love those games, and if they're not going to be available to me on the PS4, I have no option but keeping a PS3 to play those specific games. And it's not just those two games. I have about 15 games that I really like. So, that's who knows what's going to happen with that. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time, anybody, to watch this and listen to me. I'm sure I'll get haters who'll come and tell me whatever they want to say, like I always get haters. But I am a huge fan of Boogie. That's why I sub to him. That's why I've purchased merchandise. So please don't take this as being negative towards one person. It's just my point of view on something. And truly, it's probably the first time that I've somewhat disagreed with some of the stuff that he said. Because pretty much I have the same feelings as he does on many of the subjects that he has spoken on. So again, thank you for taking the time to watch this, and enjoy.